What's going on, everybody? This is Sunaak here, welcoming you back to another episode of my Majora's Mask 3D Let's Play. In the last episode, we got started up in the mountain village and helped out some of the Gorons and obtained the Goron Lullaby to start up the Snowhead Temple. And we did a couple of things and got halfway done, I would say, for the Snowhead Temple, so very excited about that. Let's go ahead and... The cool thing is you can equip both type of arrows, so you don't have to shoot one or the other. You could shoot both, so I thought that was pretty cool. But we're gonna just do that so we can unlock the room there. Go ahead and put these on. But in today's episode, we're gonna go ahead and finish up Snowhead Temple and complete some small things outside of the temple and everything too. Now that we have access to certain things, but let's just move forward, shall we? Okay, so this is the room that we need to get good at the Goron roll here. Oh my goodness. Oh my god, I didn't do the thing that I needed to do. Okay, so can I make it back, please? Thank God. Okay, so I'm missing a key. I need to go back and find it. Okay, now I remember where it is. I'm sorry, a lot of this is I'm just trying to go off the top of my head, so you have to forgive me if I backtrack and miss things, but now that we have the fire arrows and the access to this room to go up and down without having to do other things, we can come back to this room here, and with the newly equipped fire arrows, we can open up a path this way. You don't need to beat all three, do you? Oops. I failed to mention in the last episode, but the fire arrows do consume magic. I thought that's kind of self-explanatory with this type of magics that you use in this game. But they do consume magic. I think it's like 2 points of magic. I forget. Because I think it does say it in the menu. But here was the small key that we needed. But does it say it in the menu? Nah, it doesn't. I think it was the 64 versions that they actually told you how much magic it consumed. But for now, just note, I think it's like 2 points, as I remember off the top of my head. But let's go ahead and... Oh, we don't need magic. So the good thing is you can just kind of hold the other button down and switch to the arrows if needed so you don't consume the magic. So now that we have the key, we can finally go to this place that I meant to go. But hopefully you all are doing well. Very excited to get back into recording and everything again. I do apologize for the last 2 weeks where I wasn't getting content uploaded. I kind of had a little rough time with Levi, unfortunately. He went through like a sleep regression at his 4 months, and so kind of made content and editing and doing all that stuff while the wife and I both work a little difficult, so just kind of thought I'd apologize for that. But can y'all go away, please? These guys are kind of annoying. I think you could just, yeah, you can use the fire arrows to instantly melt them, and they won't, at least the big ones, they won't spawn into other ones. Can I hit? There it is, okay. So just know that there's another stray fairy in that area. So I didn't have to pull out my lens of truth there. But no more stray fairies in this area, which is nice. We obtained all of them so far. There are a couple here, which, look, it's the mini boss from Woodfall Temple. Oh god. Like I said, be careful doing being the Deku here, because again, their fire will instantly burn you. Just need one more hit on you. Okay. So 2 of the stray fairies are here, so we just need 5 more. Where is it from here? Because there's one really crappily placed one, I will say, so I think there's another Oh. I'm gonna have to use the Deku Leaf to get back our Deku's stuff up here. Yeah, let's try it one more time. If not, worst case, I'll come back down here again, because we do need to come down there for something, but, where is it? Oh, this camera, man. Okay, I messed up. Anyway, I guess we'll just kind of start from down here. I messed up. I just fell all the way down. The good thing is the Gorons are heat-proof or like lava-proof to this, so you can kind of just walk around in the lava as the Goron, so don't worry about that. So there's another stray fairy down here, so make sure you come get that while you're down here. There is a fairy here too, so we don't need any water or anything as of now, so we can have 2 fairies with us. So make sure I remember that at least. Gonna get rid of that just in case. But let's go ahead and go back up. There is something that we do need to do that I think I forgot to do. Now that we have the fire arrows, we can also come over to this room. Yeah, so we need to come back to this room. Let's go ahead and get the fire arrows. So as you saw in the upper floors, there was more of a platform that we couldn't reach at that point yet in time because of the fact that there wasn't enough or anything for us to like walk through or go anywhere. We needed to do this first before I went as high as I did, so that's kind of my bad for missing that. If you light up all 3 of these torches, oh no, I missed. Okay, there we go. Shouldn't have taken that extra arrow, but we'll open up that doorway there. I think I'm gonna just get these guys out of here. Yeah, there's another chest. So defeat the enemies here, and I believe this is gonna be another stray fairy that we need. So, let's go ahead and get this. Cool. Our 12th one? Yeah, cool. More magic. Put on the bunny hood because we could. Haha, dropping bars. So this is what we needed to do first. As you can see, there is going to be a huge platform that rises up, and there are 4 different white spots on the tower itself. And what we need to do is to go as the Goron and make sure we punch them out so that we can actually level up the tower to where we need. So we're gonna have to kind of maneuver around, but honestly, now that we have the shortcut available on the other side where we obtain this small key over here, we need to head back in that direction. So don't freeze me. Good. Are there no stray fairies here? Okay, no. So I just want to make sure as I'm going through the rooms and stuff if I'm not missing any. I know that there's another one that we need in the main central tower area. But we'll try to get that wherever we can, or when I can. Because I will say that this is one of the worst stray fairy locations in, I think, all of the game, to be honest. So here was one of the points that we needed to come over here and smack it up real quick. So turn into your Goron form and just punch it away. So just like that. And then from up here, it should be the correct amount that we need now. So what we need to do is go here and punch it this way. and that will open up the path for us at the top now. So cool. So I will say that the room that was in here, or to get through there, was optional because those were the stray fairies and everything that we needed. So if you didn't get the key and go through there, it's not required to finish off the dungeon, but it will take you to the stray fairies and everything that are needed. So just go ahead and move forward. I think we're on the actual proper side now. Yeah. So we need to go this way. And you're thinking, well, hey, we don't even have the boss key, but that's true, we don't. But we do need to turn into the Deku form here, so. So this is where one of the jerkish stray fairies is, I will say, because, my god, in the Majora's Mask 64 version, it was a lot easier to do. I think, did they fix that? I think they did. I could be, oh, did I make it? Did I make it? Did I make it? I did make it. So you have to jump in that direction to land here. So that was Stranded Up Fairy 13. And you can use the Deku Flower to get back over there, but again, we're gonna use the lava method that we've been using to get back up to the very top. And then we need to jump down in this direction. So I'm gonna go back on the other side real quick. Okay, not too bad. Then, yeah, because that was the direction that we came out from the other side. I think you're supposed to leave the other two to, or get, I don't know. It's kind of weird. I don't think I've ever done it the proper quote-unquote way. So. All right. So in this one, I think I'm actually just gonna, not that form. I was actually gonna just use the arrows here. If I turn that on. Let's actually use the fire arrow so it's more damage. Okay, so there's more pots and stuff there if you need any more magic or arrows. It's just the same boss fight again, so not too hard, not too crazy. But since the room is more open, just kind of be careful with the location. And just like that, he's done. Cool. So same boss, same everything, not too bad. Needed to do this to make sure we got the boss key before we move forward. Awesome. So again, we're making quick work of this dungeon. I am missing 2 stray fairies though, so I'm kind of concerned where they're at. So I do need to make sure I get that completed off before I go on. Are there more here? No, there's no more here. So I think what I'm gonna do, since we can come back over here at any time, I'm gonna drop down. Oh, okay, thanks. And then just kind of climb up through the rooms and stuff. So if this ends up being a lot of backtracking, I do apologize. I will cut it out if it does get a little too tedious. Okay, so we had to go back to this area now that we do have the fire arrows. There was a little bit of backtracking that we needed to do in terms to just get the rewards and everything for it. So let's go ahead and unfreeze all these. I think those are the only 2 that you need to... Actually, no, I think you need to unfreeze this one too, because you need to push it. Let's go to get rid of these wolfos. Who's attacking? Okay. Weird camera angle, man. You're gone. And then let's go push the button because I think this is where we need to go. Or what we need to do. Okay. So ice physics puzzles. So very fun. I'm gonna go ahead and just use this while we're here to jump up to this one, because if y'all remember from the last episode when we moved this tower, or this pillar here, and oh my god. I'm gonna cry. Oh, thank you, me, for dropping and missing everything. This is great. Okay, let's try that again. Just avoid these pots. They're kind of sneaky little ones here. So, 14th Stray Fairy, and then we just have one more chest that we need to open up in the other room where the ice puzzle is, and then just gotta be careful of the wolfos here. Push it. And not too, yeah, we didn't need to unfreeze the other one, which is good. And this should be the final Stray Fairy. Cool. So with that, we completed everything that we needed to do in Snowhead and just need the final boss. So, okay. So I decided to save you all the trouble of me fumbling around to get here again. Yeah, no, that was a pain. Having the tower kind of brought up on everything does really change up where you need to go to get up here. But with that, we are gonna just move on to the boss of this dungeon, so. So just like the theme of everything that's been going on, we just need to unfreeze him. Or it, whatever. We got Goht, the mechanical masked mechanical goat or machine or whatever. So this one, this boss, like I said, you don't. That's one of the cool things about being able to complete this dungeon swordless, is the fact that you can just fight this boss purely, or you can fight this boss purely just as a Goron. So the whole point to him is that you're just trying to hit him while you're running and stuff. Be careful because he does throw those rocks. The trick is to launch off of this. Oh, or you could do that too. Oh, I messed up. I can just go ahead and punch him while he's down now that I don't have the momentum. The trick is that you want to land on top of him while rolling, because then you'll do this. You knock him down, get in between, and then you will... It's honestly really cool and very tricky to kind of land it, just especially how close you are right now. But I would say he's a very straightforward and very easy boss. And when you knock off all the armor, he will open up a mechanical part where he's throwing bombs at you now. So you gotta just be careful. And there's gonna be stalactites, I believe, that are gonna be falling and knocking you all over the place. So be careful with that. It's more of an annoying boss because of the fact that he's just running away from you the whole time. And if you try to catch him from the front, he'll just turn around. And so it's just kind of like the only annoying part of it. Perfect. Yes? Okay, good. Got all the hits on that. Thankfully, all these things respawn too, so you can just replenish your magic and never really run out. Oh, I think we just need a couple more hits and we should be done. He's very, very close to going down. Oh my god. So, in the difference between the Majora's Mask version, the 3D version, and the 64 version, is, again, the eye weakness. Or the weak point on him. So when he falls like that, a big eye will be forming in the center in the 3D version. There we go. And you would need to take off your Goron mask and start shooting arrows at him is what it is. So it's kind of really defeats the flow of the battle and kind of slows it down. And personally, I really prefer this version of it, how they do it, where they, you just roll into them the whole time. I think it's a lot of fun. But we defeated Goht. And just like tradition, we get a heart container. So I believe we have 9 units of health now? We have 8, because I can't count. You seized Goht's remains. In doing so, you freed the innocent spirit that was imprisoned within the dark mask.
What exactly are all of you? Guardians? So, you're protective gods. That's why you're in this temple. Or in the temples, but why are the protective gods... No, wait, hey! Are you listening to me? Hey, wait!
Cool. And so, just like that, now the mountain region is not as cold as it used to be anymore. So, let's also just go see the smithy, because now we have access to our sword. Kept you waiting, but see, it's done. So now we have the Razor Sword, which honestly is a really cool design sword. It's a sharper blade, and it's cut above the rest. Using it 100 times will dull it back. So... using it, like it said, will revert it back to its normal state. So, now keep in mind, after you're done using it the sword 100 times, the blade will lose its edge and return to its original sharpness. Okay. If you value a strong blade, bring me some gold dust before the sword loses its edge. So... okay. So now we have our cool sword. I honestly really love the design of it. It's pretty cool. The tip of it where it's just like hanging over is like, to me, I guess, but... it's pretty cool. What I will say now is talk to them again. Oh, a customer. Gabar, fetch our customer some coffee, quick like. Take a look at sword. Okay, so we can't do it quite yet. So we gotta make sure, now that we have the, we're gonna take care of some things before I end the episode, so it's gonna be a little bit longer of an episode. I at least want to get this done before we go on. But now that we're done here and everything's been, I guess, thawed out, let's go ahead and go back to the Goron village. Wish you can honestly just fly to him instead of just going back this way. But just to be careful now, as a Goron, it is kind of harder to get through here because this is filled with a lot of water now. And the white Wolfos just turn into regular Wolfos. And so just be careful with that. But now... we can continue on. So let's see what we can do here. What we need to do now is go this way, because what is this? This is the Goron powder keg shop. So we're gonna be tested on the usage of them. So this is gonna be kind of a big thing that we need to do before we end off and move forward. The Goron who sells powder kegs, the most famous product. So powder kegs are very powerful. You can't just use it if we don't know how to use it properly. So we need to destroy the boulder that blocks the Goron racetrack. So we need to do that first. And unfortunately, you'll know it's about to blow up when it starts ticking faster. Unfortunately, he gives it to us with the fuse already lit, but you do need to just make your way that way. Kind of the puzzle just to be able to use these later, so not too bad. But it does give you enough time as long as you just make the jumps and the throws properly. You shouldn't be too pressed for time. But there are going to be enemies and stuff that will try to knock it out of your hands. So where are they? Just gotta make sure we don't run into any. So it's kind of tedious, but I guess the reward is honestly really well worth it. Because I will say that this game, compared to other Zelda games, is very different on how they handle a sword in this game. So it's kind of cool, and honestly, you don't need to do this. This is very optional, and it's not, well, if you're trying to hit 100% completion, I highly recommend you do it. But let's go ahead and come this way now. Should be okay for time. And look, it's the baby Goron. Okay.
Oh, Darby, it's nice and warm. It's so much better. Even if my dad isn't right beside me, I won't be selfish and cry. So now that the spring has come, the Goron races should be starting soon. But this rock is in the way, so I can't see it.
So he wants to see it. But this is where we needed to take it and drop it. And instead of waiting, let's go ahead and blow up the... You can just use an arrow to blow it up quicker instead of waiting, so... I know he's a baby, but man. Just the way he runs. So we passed the exam. So we gotta go tell the Goron, but let's do this first, actually. Because, oh, dude, this part's tedious. Let me tell you. Hopefully I beat it first try. Y'all okay? Okay. I've been waiting for you. See, everyone's restless because they can't wait to enter. You're gonna enter, aren't you? Yep. So, we have to complete a race, and I think they still have rubber band AI in this, so it gets kinda challenging. So just, you can already move, just kinda don't go before the time goes. I think they use rubber band AI in this, so you want to be very careful. You don't want to get hit twice in this, because I think you start flashing red a bit. And if you get hit again during that state, you'll be knocked out of your form. So just be really careful because they fly all over the place, man. They're really, really annoying. And they can also kind of take away the magic pots from you. Oh, good. God, oh good God, stop it. Just want to be careful. I don't want to take a jump or anything like that. Just be careful. Okay, good. We knocked one of them off. Try to hug the edge as much as you can. Hopefully this kind of chills out. No, stop it. Go away. Okay, good. I bumped him into the wall. Oh, go away. No. Go away. Oh, thank God. Okay. Whew, first try. This one sucks, man. I will say it's kind of easy to lose it out of pure randomness, but this is where we get the gold dust and a new bottle. So we should have 3 bottles now at this point. So this is pretty cool. We do, right? Yes, we get a 3rd bottle here. So let's go ahead and head back to the mountain smithy. Sorry, I'm learning the buttons again because I'm a fool. So back to the smithy, mountain village. But before we also forget, we gotta go talk to the big Goron and get the license to use the license to use the powder kegs. Jeez, man. Hello, sir. some coffee. No, that's a mean joke. It's a razor sword still. So gold dust. So yes, here it is. Top quality. So just because of that, he's going to do it for free, which is really nice, because you do have to go through that mini game to do it. I'm going to go talk to the big Goron so that way we can get the... What's it called? I'm going to go ahead and get the license for the powder keg. Thankfully, this part didn't take too long as I thought it was going to be. I thought the race was going to be the worst part of it, so I'm actually kind of glad that I did it right after the temple. And, like, looking at the recording time, it's actually not too bad of a time. At least I hope it isn't. But let's go ahead and get the reward. Excuse me, sir. Yeah, there you go. Whee! Hello, we did it. Looks like you managed to succeed. Knowing your skills, I feel fine letting you handle powder kegs on your own. It was bad of me, blah, blah, blah. Dangerous test. So now we can carry a powder keg, and we can only handle one at a time. Because they are pretty big and kind of crazy to use, I guess. But I believe we can come buy them here now, but we also have the ability to buy them at Clocktown now. So we don't need to do this again every reset, thankfully. So we can just go ahead and do that if we ever need a powder keg, and that's like one of the ways that you, well, shush, I'll figure that out later, never mind. But now I'm going to play I'm going to play the Song of Double Time, so that way we can fast forward time to the next day, because I think I'm gonna claim the reward for this, and then I'm just gonna call it, and then we should probably reset the next cycle next time. So dawn of the final day. Okay. So after all of that, we talk to the smithy again, and we get the gilded sword. Newly forged, your sword is better than ever, and it will never break. So very, very, very important you do this throughout this cycle and kind of start doing everything on the first cycle. Can't make any stronger than that. No matter how many times you use it, it will never lose its edge. So they threw away the bit of the gold dust, which is fine. It's okay. But now we have our permanent sword upgrade. Like I said, this game is very interesting in terms of the other Zelda games where the Master Sword is not a thing in this game. So you have your Hero Sword that you can upgrade all the way to the Gilded Sword. So we have a longer reach as well as double damage. We have more damage now. Which also forgot to mention. I guess we'll end off doing this instead. I keep forgetting about the stray fairies, man. I do it all the time. I'm like, oh, cool, shiny thing. Ooh, shiny thing. Ooh, shiny thing. And then I just run off. But let's go ahead and turn in the stray fairies before I forget. No, I don't want to start off. And I almost reset time, by the way, too. So that was actually going to be a big thing. Okay, so let's do this before we go. Stop it. Cool. So now we have a pink fairy fountain. So this one was switched off from the Woodfall Temple, and in the 64 version, you'll be getting your double magic upgrade here instead. So this one's gonna be a different upgrade for us. Oh, strong young one, I am the Great Fairy of Power. Thank you for returning my broken and normal. Blah, blah. So this is gonna be a sword technique. So now we mastered the spin attack. If we hold B and release it, you will do a greater sized one now instead. So that's doing the spin attacks in front of the mountain smithy reminded me of it. So that's why I kind of was like, oh, hey, let's do it. But yeah, if you hold it, instead of going blue, it will go orange, and you have all that space now to do a different type of spin attack. So the same thing as well, if you spin around and just do it, you'll do the maximum range anyway. So very cool. I think it's personally the weakest upgrade out of all the Stray Fairies, to be honest. So kind of weird that they switched it around, but I'm glad that we had the double magic for everything. But this is where I'm going to go ahead and end the episode off. Thank you all so much for watching, and in the next episode, honestly, I think I'm going to go ahead and reset time and see what happens and what we can do to maybe start collecting more stuff. Now that we have the Goron, we have everything. We have a lot more stuff now. So, again, thank you all so much for watching. And with that being said, I will see you all in the next episode.